What is going on, everybody? WeedleTwineedle here, and we are back again with another Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle, and this one's going to be against Arthur, a person I battle off my Discord server. So if you guys are interested in a Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle and trade a Discord chat room and a place to hang out and find Wi-Fi battles, then definitely check out my Discord server. A link will be in the description, and it's the only spot where I'm accepting battle requests at the moment, so definitely keep that in mind if you want to have a chance to battle me. Now, me and Arthur are having a PU battle today, as Arthur's packing a pretty threatening PU team featuring, the tier titans of the PU tier, like Tauros and Lilligant. I think are two very strong Pokemon in the PU tier. As I'm using a pretty cool team featuring, Stantler and Giraffe Rig Pokemon you guys really wanted to see me use, as well as Coil Electros, Defensive Mawile, Weakness Palestine, Musharna, and Wishy-Washy. So, without further ado, let's just hop right into the battle, as it was a very close and intense Wi-Fi battle, not gonna lie. Now, my opponent's team is pretty threatening, like I said. The Tauros and Lilligant, I have no methods outspeeding them, so my opponent realizes that turn when he leads up with the Lilligant, like, wait a minute. I can 6 on my opponent's team with this Lilligant, and I can just get that free W against WeedleTwineedle, which gives me bragging rights, because defeating WeedleTwineedle is apparently an incredible feat now. I don't know, apparently defeating my trash teams is apparently really difficult for some people. I don't know. But yeah, we're going to pivot into Giraffe Rig turn 1, expecting the Sleep Powder or Giga Drain. As we're able to get that play correct, we're able to eat that up thanks to Sap Sipper. As now my opponent is going to want to switch out of here, not going to want to stay in here on the Giraffe Rig. So he's going to bring in his Piloswine here. So I'm actually going to double switch, because I want to save my Giraffe Rig's HP stat, because if I don't, that Lilligant can probably 6-0 my team. So I want to play it as safe as possible. We're going to bring in the Wishy-Washy here on the double switch into Piloswine, which was a pretty nice play on my part, not going to lie. As now I'm going to go for the U-turn here, expecting my opponent to switch out, and he's going to bring in the Samurai here onto the U-turn. I was hoping he would have brought in Lilligant on me, but I guess this works as well. So we're going to U-turn out of here, and we're going to bring in my Mawile here, because I just want to get the Intimidate off on this thing, so I can't like Sword Stance and demolish my team. Though it could be a mixed variant of the Samurai. I'm not too sure what set he's running, but either way, I'm actually going to stay in here and lay at my Stealth Rocks, because Stealth Rocks are a fair and balanced move. So I just want to set them up immediately, because Stealth Rocks, like I said, fair and balanced, and the faster you get them up, the better off you are in the battle. As my opponent has the same ideology, he's going to lay up his own Stealth Rocks, as I figured he was going to go for his own Stealth Rocks, so I actually go for my Toxic here, because I want to take advantage of the free turn I get from Stealth Rocks, because literally, if you have any offensive momentum and your opponent has Stealth Rocks, they're going to go for Stealth Rocks. Like, that's why you see, like, Lander's T staying in, or you see Heatran staying in on Landorus T, or Furthorn staying in on Heatran, because they're going to go for Stealth Rocks, and you know they're going to go for Stealth Rocks, so you stay in and go for your own hazards. It's like ridiculous. I don't know. It's just a pretty funny thing I've noticed in the OU meta, and just overall in competitive Pokemon in general, that they're going to go for Stealth Rocks, so you just stay in and go for your move you want to go for, even if you're at an extreme disadvantage, because you know they're going to set up them entry hazards, because they are fair and balanced move, and people are just so thirsty to lay them Stealth Rocks, as I am as well, because Stealth Rocks are very yummy. But now, I've brought in my Coil Electros, hoping I could set up on my opponent, but he gets a crit and a flinch with Iso Crash, which is like, wow. Wow, alright. Like, I really would have loved to use my Electros, nice Coil Electros having a great Debbie battle, but no, we're gonna get obliterated by a crit flinch Iso Crash, and another Iso Crash with a follow-up is going to knock me out. Unfortunately, I really wanted to use my Electros there, but it's just a little bit unfortunate that I got obliterated by hacks. So now I'm going to bring out my Musharna here onto the Piloswine, as I should be able to easily tank an Earthquake or Icicle Crash. Granted, he doesn't flinch me, but thankfully we get some justice here. He's going to miss the Icicle Crash, though I highly doubt I would have done much damage, because I am bold, max defense, max HP. Now I'm going to get a free Calm Mind off here, as this Piloswine is going to die from poison eventually. So me getting that poison off on the Piloswine is definitely going to help me take this thing out, because he's going to go for the Icicle Crash here, and it should be able to easily tank it, like I said, and I can just recover all the HP it does to me, which it did nothing. It literally did 0. That's how much it should have done to my Electros, but unfortunately, it just crit me, Definitely did not matter, of course. But yeah, we're able to knock out the Piloswine with the poison, and Piloswine, I hate Icicle Crash. It's definitely one of those moves that either like hits you, crits you, flinches you, and demoralizes you, or it just lands to the side, and it's just so inconsistent. And throughout my Wi-Fi battles, if you guys have been watching it for a while, you guys should know that Icicle Crash is definitely one of those moves that like wins me the game or loses me the game without fail every battle. So My opponent's going to bring in the same route here onto my weakness policy Musharna. He's going to proc my weakness policy with Mega Horn, and he's going to get obliterated by the stored power. Mega Horn not even doing half. I think it tells me that he's probably mixed, though I actually have no idea what kind of set he's running on Samurai. He could be Water MZ, I could be wrong, but now he's going to bring in his Oricorio here, going to go for the Revelation Dance. I'm expecting to die from this attack, but we're able to live it with red HP and go for the stored power once again. And here we're going to knock out the Oricorio with stored power, so Musharna getting 2 kills, I guess 3 if you want to cut Pile of Swine, all by itself. So weakness policy Musharna is very strong. Just Musharna in general is very strong in PU because it's just so fat that nothing can really one-shot it, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know anything like a one-shot it besides like a Z move. But like, yeah, Musharna is so fat. And I got the weakness policy set from one of my subscribers, and he used the weakness policy Musharna set on Aurora Veil offense, which is pretty smart actually, because there's no way you're going to one-shot Musharna then once you have dual screens up. But yeah, I'm starting to lose my voice, so I'm sorry if my voice just like starts to cut out randomly. But yeah, we're able to pivot into Body Slam with my Mawile. But I'm going to scout for the Fire Blast here, which is exactly why I saved my Musharna, just for Death Fodder, to scout out my opponent's movesets. And yeah, I'm just going to scout out for the Fire Blast here. He might just go for Earthquake, but I just want to play it safe to scout out what move he has, as he actually does end up carrying Fire Blast. So I'm very glad I decided to scout out for that move, as now I'm going to bring in my Wishy Washy here, as I'm not trying to stay in or take a freaking Body Slam with my Mawile or anything. I don't want to make any over prediction, so I just bring in Wishy Washy here. I can get some pretty nice offensive momentum here because I can just destroy him with Hydro Pump and stuff. So he's going to bring in his Lilligant here onto my Wishy Washy, which is a very aggressive play because it could have easily went for U-turn or Ice Beam and just obliterated him like without fail. But no, Lilligant is going to pivot into Hydro Pump. I guess that was a smart play on my opponent's part, but it still takes a crap ton of damage, which Lilligant being weakened is definitely good for me, as it means I can't Giga Drain and like get all of its health back essentially. But now my opponent makes a very smart play. He's actually going to double switch into Tauros, expecting my switch into my Giraffe to get the Sap Sipper boost. So that was a very smart play on my opponent's part, because now he gets the freest turn of his life with Tauros, and he expects me to switch into Wishy Washy or Mawile and goes for Earthquake, but I have no plans of doing that because I'm like, I have no switches to Mawile to begin with. To the Tauros to begin with, my bad. So I'm actually going to stay here and go for the Hyper Voice with my Giraffe, and he's actually going to let his Tauros die to the Life Orb Giraffe, which is definitely a big choke on my opponent's part, because like I said in the beginning of the battle, the Tauros was easily the biggest threat to my team. I'm not too surprising there, because it was the god of Oros NU, and now it's freaking in Sun and Moon PU, like that makes sense, That makes a lot of sense. But yeah, my opponent is going to bring in Lilligant here, go for Hidden Power Fire, I'm assuming, knock out my Giraffe, as he is left out with red HP, and I don't have Sap Sipper anymore, so I want to give my opponent a false sense of security to make him think he can go for Giga Drain against my Wishy Washy, because I do still have Stantler in the back, which also has Sap Sipper, which is the only reason why I've been saving it so long, because I wanted to reveal the Sap Sipper later on in the game, because if I brought out Stantler and I didn't go for the Intimidate, my opponent would immediately know I have Sap Sipper, which is exactly why I saved my Stantler till late game, because I thought, if you got rid of Giraffe, I would have given my opponent a false sense of security, which it does, as now my opponent is going to bring in the Stantler, or the freaking Girder on my Stantler. I'm going to go straight for Mega Horn here, and it does absolutely nothing to Girder, but my opponent has more false sense of security, but I'm about to throw that out of the window because I'm going to go for the Flying Z move. Shiniko's going to punch the air, and Stantler's going to get cloaked in the Z aura, and Rudolph is finally going to use its name to its fullest potential. We're going to jump up into the sky with Supersonic Sky Strike, making use of the Rudolph making, and we're just going to freaking blast into him. That +1 attack, and Girder is going to be unable to tank the Supersonic Sky Strike, as down that monster goes. And my opponent's last is the Lilligant, and unfortunately, I don't think Lilligant is broken enough to one-shot me with Hidden Power Fire, and if it does, it'll die from Life Orb Recoil. So my opponent's actually going to give me the kill with the Rudolph. He's going to go for the Giga Drain for no reason. I'm not too sure why, but he could have went for Hidden Power, but I guess he wanted to give the Stantler the kill, which I can respect that. Down goes the Lilligant to the return, and we're able to win 3-0 against Arthur, though it was definitely a very close Waifu battle. My opponent throwing away his Tauros late game was definitely a big reason why Stantler was able to win, and if he didn't, it would have been a lot harder to win the battle, but hey, we take those. I hope you guys did enjoy this Waifu battle, as it was a very close and intense Waifu battle, not gonna lie. Despite the score, score does not really have a reflection of how close a Waifu battle was. Like, people think that, oh, you 3-0'd him, that wasn't a close battle at all, but it really was closer than you think it was, honestly, and I had to make some very aggressive plays to win this battle, and so did my opponent to bring it back, so I thought it was a very fun Wi-Fi battle, and I hope you guys did enjoy the Wi-Fi battle. If you guys did enjoy the Wi-Fi battle and want to support my YouTube channel, please be sure to leave a like on the video, as it is the best way to show your support towards my YouTube channel, and it's much appreciated. Thank you guys so much for your support lately. I just want to let you guys know that I love you guys oh so very much, and every time I upload a video to YouTube, it just makes me so happy to see you guys comments and stuff. I don't know, I feel like I want to let you guys know more that you are very appreciated and I love you. Getting that cheesiness out of the way, the question of the day is going to be, which Pokemon in the PU tier do you find very strong and underrated in the PU metagame? Let me know in the comments down below, as I'm pretty interested to see which Pokemon you guys think are actually decent in PU that not many people use. Now, I actually think that Defensive Mawile and Offensive Mawile are actually extremely good picks in PU, because Defensive Mawile can pivot into so many attacks. Like, Tauros is actually like fodderized by Mawile if it doesn't carry Fire Blast, and overall I think that Mawile is just really strong defensively and offensively. I think Musharna is pretty good as well, but I don't think it's underrated, because I see a lot of people use Musharna in PU, so I don't think it's actually underrated at all. But I think Musharna is very strong in PU as well, but Mawile definitely. I've only faced one Mawile in my Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battles, and it's been a defensive Mawile, which I definitely stole the set from my opponent, not gonna lie. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below which Pokemon you think is underrated in the PU metagame. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching till the end of the video. I'll check you guys next time.